Reminder, please silence all cell phones. Welcome to today's press conference for the Southern University Jaguars student athletes. Southern Sports Information Director is Rodney Kirshner. Today we are joined by student athletes Genovia Johnson, Amani McQueen, and Raven White. We'll now take questions for the student athletes. Please state your name and affiliation at the beginning of each question.
Hi, Alex Simon with Bay Area News Group and The Next. Just for all of the players, just what does it mean to make it to the NCAA tournament and to get to this point, especially? I'm sure it's been a whirlwind, 72 hours since you guys won the SWAC? Just what has this been like, and what does this mean now that you're here?
I'll go first. It means a lot. You know, we work really hard for this day in and day out during the season, and we put in a lot of work for it. It's the goal.
For me, it was a dream come true. It felt like a Cinderella story. Like, it's something you dream of as a kid when you play sports, and so it just means a lot to be living it through.
For me, I'm gonna say it's a dream come true also, because this is, hard times. You pray about this, you dream of this, and to be here is just another level of a dream come true.
And Amani, I know that you guys this season had quite the challenging non-conference slate. I don't know how many Power 5 teams you are, but you guys had a lot of travel and a lot of teams. How did that prepare you guys for coming into the SWAC, playing in the SWAC tournament, and now reaching this point?
We usually always have a hard preseason. We play a lot of the top teams in the country, so I think it prepared us pretty well to face up next to another top team in the country. We fought hard against a lot of good teams, and it got us mentally and physically prepared to be here.
And Genovia and Raven, I believe you both played together in high school, let alone here at the college level. Just what does it mean for the two of you to be at this point together after playing with each other for so long?
Oh, it was amazing. The whole time after we won, I was just thinking, wow, we really did this in high school a few years ago. Now we're here at the same college and we did it again. It was just an amazing moment. I was comparing pictures after on a bus ride the whole way home. It was beautiful.
I'm gonna start by saying long live Marcia Pender, my head coach from my high school. She put us in a position to be top players and to understand things on and off the court, and to be able to experience on the high school level and the college level of a champion. I honestly haven't put a word to it, what I can call it, but it's a great feeling. It's no other feeling.
Raven, did you guys make a mirror photo from high school? You made sure you got one?
Yes, we did. We made sure that as soon as we got off the court.
It's the first thing we did.
Yeah.
Obviously, the excitement of getting here is great, but now you turn around and, hey, you're playing tomorrow. What does the preparation, how hard is it? Or is it easy to flip the switch and say, this is great, but now it's time to play again?
It's easy. It's a mode, you win, you prepare yourself to win, and once you win, you have to prepare yourself for the next game. So it's a mode. You switch the mode on and off.
Right.
And now it's on. It's on.
Yeah.
No question from up here. The last time your team went to the NCAA tournament, all of you were in high school, but Coach Funchess was here. So what has Coach Funchess told you to help get you prepared for your first NCAA tournament game?
You can speak on that.
Well, he prepared us very good for this. Because I think Amani was here. Wasn't you here?
I was a freshman.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah. Amani was a freshman. But he told us we'll get back to this point, and he made sure we practice hard for it.
Those COVID years can get you sometimes. You just never know. Amani, when you think back to that, obviously you guys, I believe at that game, were playing Mississippi State. That was a very difficult Mississippi State team. To come into a game like this, does the first four for you guys, how do you feel about being in this game? Obviously, it's an extra game if you guys are going to go all the way, but it maybe gives you guys a better chance at getting a win in the NCAA tournament, which would be the first in the school's history. Is that the approach, I guess?
Yes, it's definitely the approach. Freshman year, we went against Mississippi State. I was a freshman, and I knew it was somewhere I wanted to be again, just in a different position. So this year is really special. I think we really have a good chance of winning. And when the odds are stacked against you, we overcome. So I believe we're going to win tomorrow.
So who's one teammate of yours to watch tomorrow that isn't currently up on the podium?
Aaliyah Futno.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Number 2.
What is it about her game, Genovia, that you think people need to know if they are coming here in the Bay Area and haven't seen you guys play?
She's built different. Like, she's not very emotional, but when she gets emotional about the game, she turns in, like, it's a different notch. Like, she turns into a different person. Like, it's scary. She turns into a scary person. I ain't gonna say a different person. She turns into, it's a scary sight to see her reach another level of her game. And I love watching. I really, as a player and being at my teammate, I love seeing her practice hard, and she always working. I love Leah.
And Genovia, I know you missed a pretty significant portion of the start of the season. Knowing that it's a senior year, I forgive me, I don't know if you have your COVID eligibility still or if this is your last year, but how much have you maybe missing that time made you appreciate the opportunity that this year is in that way, to have to get every game you possibly can once you came back from missing all that time?
I don't see it as missing time. I see it as bettering myself. It bettered me. It bettered me as a leader, a captain. It bettered me off the court. And I do have another year, and I will be returning. And it's it's made up time. Time is everything, and next year will be that time that I've built up.
And just because of the COVID eligibility kind of fluidity for Raven and Amani, is this, I guess for you, kind of the way that you're approaching it, is this your potential last game, or will you guys try to do what you can to keep playing college basketball?
I am actually taking my extra year as well. Like she said, time is important, and that was just time that we took off to better ourselves. So it helped, and we're going to take it. Well, I'm going to take it.
Well, for me, this is my COVID year, so I'm glad that I got a COVID year to come back and win. I would have never gotten this position if I didn't have it. So this is my last year. Potentially could be my last game, but we're hoping for another one. So,
No matter when it ends, at some point it will end in the NCAA tournament, then, Amani. To have it end in this place, can you tell people how that feeling is when you get to the end of your college career, and no matter when it ends, the last game is in the NCAA tournament?
I feel like it's just, I don't know, it's something that you really think about. It hasn't really sunk into me like, wow, I'm finna end my season on I'm gonna end my career on a high note. I think everybody always wants to leave whatever level you're on a good, positive note, but I feel like I came out on top. I'm in the clouds right now. I don't know. I feel really good.
When you're playing at your best, what's the style of basketball we can expect to see from the Jaguars?
Team basketball, playing together, sharing the ball, playing defense, just playing together as a whole.
And then maybe to turn it around a little bit, I know you haven't had a ton of time to scout Sacred Heart, but when you have watched Sacred Heart, what do they do best?
From what I saw that they could shoot the ball pretty well.
Yeah, and they have a really good point guard from what we've heard. She's one of their better players in their conference. She got Player of the Year, they said. So we're probably going to focus in more on her and try to stop her, slow her down, give us a better chance.
Slow her down and force her to play our game.
You're right.
Yeah, for Amani and Genovia, since she's a guard, she does come pretty small, and I know you guys aren't the biggest guards in the world, but she's even smaller than you guys. Do you have to almost like remove that thought of the size from the head and just kind of take the player as she is because of the numbers that she's able to put up even at her height for Pryor?
Most definitely. The size is never about the size. It's about what's inside of here, and that's your heart. So if you got a heart of a lion, the size doesn't say a lot.
Right.
Any more questions for the student athletes? Thank you, Genovia, Amani, and Raven. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll now take a short break and be back in a few minutes with Southern University head coach Carlos Bunches. Thank you. As a reminder, please silence all cell phones. Welcome to today's press conference for the Southern University Jaguars head coach, Carlos Funchess. Southern Sports Information Director is Rodney Kirshner. We'll now take questions for Coach Funchess. As a reminder, please state your name and affiliation at the beginning of each question.
Hi, Coach. Alex Simon with Bay Area News Group and The Next.
How you doing, Alex?
What does it mean to get to this point in the season? I know your first year as a head coach, you guys got to the NCAA tournament. To be back here again, just what has it been like to get to this group to the NCAA tournament?
Well, I'm just so happy for the young ladies. They started back in June, lifting weights, conditioning, getting ready for this moment, for the opportunity to get to the NCAA tournament. And I knew we had the talent coming in. You know, you have to be a little lucky also, what you saw against Jackson State in the second round. But we did a great job preparing. We had some stumbles along the way, but, I mean, they worked extremely hard, and I knew they had it in them.
To obviously win the way that you guys have, it's been a very low-scoring tournament for you guys through the SWAC. But I guess when you look at the way your defense was able to perform, how much is that important coming to March if your defense is able to keep other teams in the 40s and the 50s, and even against a team like Jackson State, keep them at the low 60s to allow you to score your way into it?
Well, that's always been the strength of our team, being able to guard. You know, they say defense travels, and it does. Shots going to be on some nights shots going to be off. Just take good looks and things like that. But defensively, we have to guard and we have to rebound. You know, that's two staples of our teams here in the past. That's why we've been successful, and hopefully we'll continue that trend.
And when you talk about traveling, just what has this last 72 hours been like, going from Birmingham Saturday to Baton Rouge Sunday? What's it been like for you watching your players go through this?
Well, it's been extremely tough. We had a tough pre-conference schedule, so we did travel some early in the year. But we left last Monday, played in the championship game on Saturday, won that, got back late Saturday night, had a selection show on Sunday, and jumped on a plane Monday. So, like you said, it's been a whirlwind. But the young ladies, they conducted themselves like they needed to, made sure they got plenty of rest, and just getting ready for the next task.
I know you were an assistant for a long time before you became the head coach here. When you guys have been in the tournament, it's often been as a low seed going up against a high seed. To be in this first four game, how do you feel as a head coach about it? Because obviously it's an extra game you have to play to be in the tournament, but it's a chance to get a win. Is that an important thing in your mind?
It's important, but, you know, we go into every game and prepare for it like we're going to win. You know, regardless of the opponent. We played Oklahoma, Iowa State, Texas. And, you know, it was no different in preparation for us as coaches playing those teams as opposed to playing a team in our conference. So we prepare the young ladies each and every game just like, you know, you're playing against a Power 5 opponent.
What would getting the first win in program history in the NCAA tournament mean for this group, for the school, to pick that off on Wednesday?
I mean, I think it will be a great look for the conference. The Southwestern Athletic Conference women's basketball is really, really good. We have a lot of young ladies that transfer from Power 5 schools. We have some, I think, 4 young ladies that were top 50 in the country in their class coming out. So, I mean, the league is extremely tough, but it would be a great look for the Southwestern Athletic Conference and kind of help put us on the map.
Coach, we were talking just before about how you've been in the NCAA tournament, men's and women's, as a player, as an assistant coach, as a head coach a couple times. Can you tell us one of your favorite NCAA tournament memories?
Probably my first year as head coach, just to see those young ladies get that championship. We had 4 seniors who worked extremely hard, didn't have a NCAA tournament appearance. We had 3 championships. As a matter of fact, Coach Coco Parsons was a senior on that team. And those young ladies worked hard, and they were disappointed so many times going into a championship game. And we came up a little short, but that senior year, we came together, and just me seeing the joy from them, it's almost like I have a 2-year-old granddaughter, and when they're extremely happy, they jumping up and down and things like that. That's how it feels. I mean, it's just youthlessness about it when they are able to accomplish their goal. I mean, it's incredible. And I feel just fortunate to be able to coach these young ladies because they do a great job.
Coach, when you look at Sacred Heart, I know that it's been, 36 hours or less since you found out you were playing them, but what have you seen in your initial kind of look ahead to tomorrow about Sacred Heart as you guys get ready for the game?
Well, I know they're going to come out. They're going to play their style of basketball. They kind of want to slow the game down at times. Taylor is a tremendous point guard, and they have some big wings that can shoot the basketball. So it's going to be a task for us. We're going to have to play a disciplined brand of basketball to be able to get a victory tomorrow.
And with Naysera Praya, their freshman guard, I think she's listed at 5'3", but what does she do that might, as you're watching on film, that you've taken away that makes her as difficult to stop, even as short as she is?
Well, she's extremely quick. She's short, but she's stocky and she's strong. She can break you down off the dribble. She can get to the basket. She can shoot the mid-range jump shot. She's going to be difficult to guard for sure. And they go as she goes. That's the big thing. So we have to slow her down, hopefully throw multiple people at her. Fortunately for us, one of our strong points is our point guard position. Tanisha Metcalf and Chloe Fleming, point guard A1, point guard AB. I mean, I could start either one of them. So, they have a lot of experience also. So hopefully we can wear her down a little bit.
And obviously you have a very experienced group, period. There's a bunch of seniors and juniors there. Even though for many of them it might be their first real taste of the NCAA tournament, do you think that experience can kind of shine through the moment, if you will? I
do. All these young ladies, the juniors and seniors, they came in as freshmen and played a lot. And that's the only way to get better, getting on that court. Like you said, we're deep. We have experience. So hopefully that'll play in our favor tomorrow.
When you're playing at your best, what's the style of basketball that we expect from the Jaguars?
Hard-nosed, tough defense, rebounding the basketball, and like Raven White said earlier, sharing the basketball. If we do those things, we're successful most of the time.
Coach, obviously with the first four, you have to win an extra game if you're going to go all the way, but it does give, anybody that's watching women's basketball, if they want to watch it tomorrow, they're going to be watching Southern and playing Sacred Heart. Is that a benefit to being in these games, even if, maybe you would want to not have to play the extra game? The whole nation's spotlight is going to be on your program in the game that they're playing tomorrow?
Well, I think it's great just to get the opportunity to play in the NCAA tournament. I don't look at it as it being a slight to the program or to the conference, anything like that. It's just great to have this opportunity. And, if you win tomorrow, you get a chance to play again on Friday. And that's just putting your brand out there. That helps recruiting. It helps the university as far as recruiting student athletes and keeps your brand, out there in the spotlight.
Coach, we talked about how you're trying to game plan for Sacred Heart. Who would be the toughest player to game plan for on your team?
Probably Genovia Johnson. Even against Power 5 schools, they have had a hard time guarding her since she got here, since she came to Southern University. She is very difficult to stop off the bounce when she's dribbling and driving. She can create for all of our other players, our shooters, the Aaliyah Fontenot's, the Money McWaynes, even Raven White, bouncing the ball to her because no one really can guard her one-on-one off the dribble. I mean, she's a tough guard. And when she's sharing the basketball and knocking down the mid-range jump shot, we're a pretty good team.
Any more questions for Coach? Thank you so much, Coach Funches. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you, Sam.